What the f...
Deep in southeastern Brazil lies the city of Joinville, and just a few streets away from downtown sits the infamous Joinville Migrant Cemetery, a burial ground many locals claim is intensely haunted. Established by German immigrants, the cemetery became the final resting place for the first settlers who arrived in Brazil between 1851 and 1913. Even today, the area feels strangely untouched, silent, and frozen in time. But for paranormal investigators, a place like this is impossible to ignore. The crew from Rafael Ferper's YouTube channel geared up and ventured into the cemetery, hoping to capture evidence of paranormal activity tied to its dark history.
Do nada, depois que a gente veio por ali, aí eu senti uma presença estranha aqui, entendeu? Ai! Galera, os mosquitos estão matando a gente aqui, velho. Tá preula, mano. Olha, tô tudo picado. A gente deixou a câmera bem no esquema aqui, porque nessa parte aqui, eu senti uma presença bem forte. Não gosto não, o negócio passando lá. Peraí. Caralho, mano, que aquilo, Vinícius? Vamos ver se tem alguma coisa ali. Chega aí. Mano, eu vi um bagulho passando daqui pra cá. Tem alguém aí? Te juro, Vinícius, mano, te juro. Eu não sei se era uma pessoa ou se era alguma coisa, cara. Mano. Eu vi, Vinícius, passando. Mas, se que era alguém que estava aqui do lado. Te juro, Vinícius. Passou pra cá, mano. Deixa eu ver se não tem ninguém aqui. Galera, eu não tô brincando. Eu vi alguma coisa pixando. Eu pensei que até que era alguém. Esse cara que veio cemitério à noite. Volte. Você não viu? Você estava de costas, eu acho.
Who or what was that? And somehow, they may have succeeded. Skeptics immediately flooded the comments, insisting the footage was nothing more than CGI. To be fair, they aren't entirely wrong. Modern editing software makes it incredibly easy to fake ghostly apparitions and shadow figures. But even so, the possibility that the figure could be genuine is enough to send chills down your spine. As we analyzed the clip, one detail stood out. When the dark silhouette moves past the metal bars, some sections oddly become darker than they should. It definitely looks suspicious, though low camera quality and compression could possibly explain it. Either way, it's incredibly unsettling. But what do you think? Could this really be one of the restless spirits said to wander the graveyard? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. This next terrifying video might make you reconsider staying home alone late at night. For months, one man had been experiencing an overwhelming sense of dread inside his own house. Strange shadows kept appearing in the corners of his vision, and eventually one horrifying night pushed him to his breaking point. Desperate to escape the tension, he checked into a hotel for several days, hoping the distance would calm his nerves. But when he finally returned home, he came prepared. Armed with a phone in one hand and enough courage to investigate whatever haunted the place, he set out to uncover the truth behind the disturbing presence tormenting him.
Fully invested. Let's go and see a shadow bastard. Come with me. Come on, let's go.
Completely invested in catching what he jokingly referred to as a shadow squatter, he began recording everything around him. What he captured only made the situation far more disturbing. The activity started in the kitchen.
Okay, I'm back home. It's been about 3 days. I just got back from my hotel room, and I've still been witnessing uneasy feeling in here. It's the only way I can describe it. So tonight, I'm just trying to see if there's any type of communication. Whoever you are, I've caught you. a couple of times on camera.
Yo, what up? Ghost Golden Guns over here. And I'm going live right now because that's why. Hello. Hello. Is anyone there? What the f***? What the f***? Who is out? Oh my god. Oh my goodness, what the f***? Hello, who is there? Oh my goodness, please stop. What the f***? Please stop, please stop. This is my house. Leave, leave, this is my house. You're not allowed here. Leave. Oh my goodness. Hello. Oh my goodness. What the f...
Moments later, something chilling happened. At first, you might assume the kitchen cabinet doors were simply swinging because of strong wind currents. But that explanation quickly falls apart once you notice the doors violently slamming shut as well. Unless tiny invisible people were hiding inside the cupboards pulling them closed, there's really no obvious explanation for the aggressive movement. And things only became stranger from there. Convinced that some kind of hostile presence was attached to the kitchen, the man eventually installed an SLS camera system. While the stick figure tracking software itself already looked creepy, viewers noticed something even more unsettling.
Is there anyone there? Oh man, that's fucking crazy. What the fuck, man? Who's there? Leave. Leave.
The digital figure appeared directly in front of the cupboard, and moments later the cabinet door slowly opened and closed on command once again. This time the movement was gentler, but somehow even more disturbing. After enduring weeks of fear caused by what he believed was a paranormal entity obsessed with the cupboards, the activity suddenly seemed to stop. Slowly, he began feeling safe enough to relax again in his living room. But just when he thought the nightmare was finally over, that horrible feeling returned. A wave of dread crept through his body as though something unseen was standing nearby. Panicked, he quickly grabbed his phone and started filming. What he captured next terrified him even more.
What the f...
The footage itself is blurry, but if you focus carefully, you can clearly make out what appears to be a dark silhouette lurking within the shadows. But what exactly was it? And more importantly, who? The following disturbing footage comes from a woman named Giselle Duran, who recently fled her apartment in the middle of the night after experiencing a terrifying encounter. At first, viewers were confused about why she appeared completely hysterical in her video. But after digging through her page and reviewing months of uploaded security footage, people quickly began to understand why she was so frightened. For months, Giselle had been posting clips recorded by her apartment security camera. Most of them simply showed ordinary moments inside her living room, but in every video something bizarre seemed to happen. Many viewers now believe those incidents gradually built up to the emotional breakdown she later experienced. And honestly, the following clips are deeply unsettling. Everything reportedly began in late March of 2026 while Giselle was alone doing laundry. Out of nowhere, something strange suddenly occurred. At first glance, the event may not seem particularly alarming. But according to Giselle, it marked the first unexplained incident inside her apartment. Believing it was just a random accident, she tried brushing it off and continued with her day. Then it happened again. On March 28, 2026, she recorded another strange occurrence. This time, however, Giselle became convinced that something inside the apartment was intentionally interacting with her. Every time she turned off the lights, they immediately switched back on again, almost as though an unseen presence refused to stay in the dark. Looking back at the earlier footage, she no longer believed the first event had been random at all. Although these encounters disturbed her, they still weren't enough to completely terrify her. That changed on April 2, 2026, while she was inside her closet fixing a shoelace. Something happened near a bag resting on a nearby table. You can barely notice it during normal playback, but if you carefully rewind the footage frame by frame, the bag appears to move on its own, almost as if something invisible brushed against it. Naturally, the unexplained movement deeply unsettled Giselle, especially because she couldn't find anything nearby that could have caused it. From that point on, Every little sound or movement inside the apartment made her anxious. Living alone only intensified the fear. But as terrifying as the previous incidents were, things became far worse one night after she woke up to a strange noise coming from her bedroom doorway.
Obviamente no me voy a levantar a ver qué es, pero tengo miedo, estoy temblando del miedo. Si pasa... ¡Eh! No mames. No mames. Creo que hay alguien atrás de la puerta. O algo. Tengo miedo. Tengo miedo. Tal vez era mi imaginación, lo miré mal. Pero salí corriendo de ahí porque ya no puedo. Ya no puedo, ya no sé qué hacer. Son las 4 de la mañana. Pero sé que había algo ahí, sé que miré algo y no estoy loca. No estoy loca. Tengo que entrar a trabajar al rato y no he dormido nada. Estoy nerviosa, no sé.
That moment finally explains why Giselle was so emotionally shattered in her later video. It wasn't just the dark figure she believed she saw near her door, it was the buildup of every unexplained incident leading up to it. Terrified, she immediately ran from her room without even checking whether the black shape was still standing there. She rushed straight to her car and drove all the way to her workplace, arriving hours before her shift even started. When she eventually returned home later that day, there was nothing outside her door. No person. No shadow. Nothing at all. It was as though the figure had never existed in the first place. Yet according to the footage, something clearly appeared to be there. From objects moving on their own to moments where she felt an unseen presence nearby, Giselle believes she has captured undeniable evidence that something uninvited may be sharing her apartment. But what do you think is really happening? Paranormal activity, or something else entirely? So far, no further incidents have been reported, but Giselle continues reviewing the recordings, hoping to finally discover a rational explanation for the terrifying events unfolding inside her home. Meanwhile, over on Franco TV, paranormal investigator Franco explores the allegedly haunted Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. Originally opened in 1959, the hospital treated injured and critically ill patients for nearly 4 decades. And like many abandoned hospitals, the building carries a dark history. Countless people reportedly died within its walls, and witnesses claim the spirits of former patients still roam the hallways today. Visitors have reported seeing shadow figures, ghostly nurses and doctors, spirits of children, and even objects being thrown by invisible forces. As Franco begins his overnight investigation, he suddenly hears strange noises echoing through the darkness.
I'm actually getting some noises. What the hell is that?
What the hell is that? A chilling bell-like sound rings through the empty corridors. Eventually, Franco discovers a small bell hanging from a hospital doorway, still swaying on its own for no obvious reason. Although disturbed, he continues deeper into the building and eventually reaches the hospital pharmacy. The current caretakers of the hospital have carefully recreated parts of the original interior to resemble how it looked during operation, meaning the shelves are still lined with empty medicine bottles. While that alone is eerie, what happens next is even harder to explain.
Oh wow, this thing's got an in-house pharmacy. I have my night vision on the other side there. Whoa. Are you kidding me? Look at this. No freaking way. Holy crap.
As Franco walks inside, several bottles suddenly tip over and crash onto the floor completely on their own. Now visibly uncomfortable, he presses onward toward the former children's ward.
So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and grab this. Oh my God. That horse is moving. And it's on. What the hell? Is that your horse? Do you like playing with the horse? I feel like this is like a child spirit in this room. And it oddly got actually cold.
After encountering yet another disturbing incident involving a rocking horse, Franco eventually ends the investigation and uploads the footage online. But later, viewers noticed something Franco himself completely missed. Throughout the investigation, Frank repeatedly mentions the feeling that something is following him through the hospital. And judging by the footage, he may have been right. At one point, as Franco enters a dark hospital room, his night vision camera captures what appears to be a pale humanoid figure silently moving behind him. Could this mysterious shape be one of the spirits rumored to haunt the hospital? Or is it simply dust, lighting distortion, or camera trickery? Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Wait for tomorrow, and kindly don't forget to subscribe. If you want to share your own story or want to contact us, you can mail scarycamyt@gmail.com.